Strat-O-Matic Excel Carryover League. Brought to you by the Shrimp Troll.
(1973 to 1976). Welcome back, baseball fans. 1973-76 Carryover League. We got a series today in the American League between the Texas Rangers and the Boston Red Sox. We have completed interleague play, and we have 4 series of going across your divisions in each league left. And then after that, we go into strictly divisional best-of-7 matchups, which lead up to the All-Star break. So that's what's coming up on tap. Rangers, Red Sox, opening up in Texas. We'll show you what happened here. Game 1, number 4 starters, so it should be a shootout. Sonny Siebert, a starter 5 for Boston. Steve Hargan for the Rangers. Low-scoring game, but a lot of base runners. Bottom of the second inning, you got a Joe LaHood homer, 1-0 Rangers. Boston in the 5th, RBI single Burleson. We're tied at 1. They get Siebert knocked out in his breaking in the 6th inning, actually, because of a Tom Grieve triple, making it 2-1. Red Sox respond with a Rico Petrocelli homer in the 7th. It is 2-2. This would go extra innings, and it would be a battle of long reliever Ray Lamb in Boston and Lindblad for the Rangers. In the extra inning, with the runner at second, Rick Miller greets Lindblad with an RBI single. So they get that run. Bill Hands finishes the inning. So the Rangers, the home team, when they have been down a run in the bottom of the 10th, instead of trying to tie and keep the thing going and going and going and going, they're trying to hack away and win. And it's worked for teams previously. Reds, Dodgers, Giants, I think. But not the Rangers today. As with the runner at second, Toby Hara flies out. Randall singles. So had Hara bunted, the single possibly could have tied the game. But then you get a strikeout, a walk. And then here's the big key here. The bases are loaded after the hit, the walk, and the guy at second. The bases are loaded with 2 outs. You get catcher's X. But Fisk holds up. No pass ball. He's a 2 catcher, not a 1. But he's still a 2 catcher. And sure enough, he gets the plain old foul out without the pass ball in front of it. And because you hate games to end that way or be tied that way. And it's always great to see a catcher save a win. And so Fisk saved the win in the bottom of the 10th by not allowing that pass ball to tie the game. Red Sox, that's the game. Red Sox win 3-2. Carlton Fisk just won a game with his glove, mitt, or whatever. Okay, game 2. Now we have a problem, Texas. Because the way the schedule's worked out and the shuffling of the rotation, the Rangers don't have a pitcher who can pitch on 3 days rest, and they're out to the number 5 guy, David Clyde, while Boston goes back to the top to their ace, Louis Tiant. Starter 9 Tiant versus 18-year-old rookie out of high school, David Clyde, and it's a mismatch. A starter 9 versus a starter 5. It looks good early for the Rangers. Boston gets an RBI double by Sudakis, 1-zip, but in the bottom of the inning, they get the Tiant for a hit, walk, single, and a 2-run single by Boots Day. 3-1 Texas, but sure enough, once we get to that 5th inning, the troublesome inning, you get a triple by Yaz, another Toby Hara error. It looks like his defense is... It's happening again, folks, for Toby. Then a Steve Dillard single, a Dwight Evans double, and then Bill Hands comes in to try and fix this thing. gives up a double to Fisk, gets the next 9 guys out, then a homer to Fisk, and then Bill Hands. The Rangers are running out of arms. They are the shortest innings pitched, and now they're just trying to conserve arms, so they brought in the whole bullpen today. Foucault for 2/3 of an inning. Steve Foucault, the closer, just to mop up for an inning, just to feather out the innings pitched. 9-3 final for Boston, and finally the Red Sox making a move here. With 2 road wins, coming home to Fenway Park for Game 3, and do they need a sweep. Let's take a look at the overall standings. Out west, the Rangers. Folks, there's your Oakland A's. They're a game out of first. We talked glowingly about how horrible the A's had started this year, and we're not even at the All-Star break, and they'll probably be in first well before that. That's how it's just, yeah, let's move on. Let's just go on. Meanwhile, Boston is now 12-11, and they are making their move in the American League East. The Orioles have a nice, they're winning, though statistically they're not as good as we think they are. We think the Red Sox might be the best of the cream of the crop here. And the Orioles are somewhere above the Yankees with the Blue Jays on there playing overachieving. But yeah, the 75 World Series American League representative Red Sox are starting to look that way after 2 wins in Texas. Game 3 in Boston. Now the Rangers can go back to the top of their rotation. They'll do it with Jim Bibby. Jim Bibby in 73 for the Rangers, 9-10, 3.24 ERA and 180 innings. Again, nothing beyond 200 innings. And the Red Sox will send the spaceman out there in Fenway, Bill Lee, not intimidated at all by that green monster. 17-11, 2.75 ERA and 285 innings. By the way, 20 homers allowed. You know, that's pretty darn good pitching in that ballpark for Bill Lee. Yeah. Matter of fact, lefties don't hit him at all for homers. Jim Bibby, Bill Lee. Should be a nice game. Looking forward to this one. Do the Rangers, are they really in play? Are they really going to make an attempt to get to the playoffs this year, or are they just fooling everybody? So, leading off for the Rangers, it's Dave Nelson. 1-6 rolls a short. Dave Rader, 38, is a base hit. Tom Grieve, 57, second X. Now today, Burleson's at second. They gave Doug Griffin a day off. So 2E32. It's a double play. Moreover, Doug Griffin will probably come in the game late defensively. Bottom of the first, Jastrzemski back in the leadoff spot. He had been carrying the team for the beginning back in April and May. 1-7 for Yaz is a walk. That's why he's at the top of the lineup. He walked 105 times. Steve Diller gets a rare start against a righty because he had a nice day yesterday. This time, though, 3 5s, a 6-4, 3 double play. And now Carlton Fisk, 65, rolls the second base. Top of 2, it's Frank Howard in his final year. 4-11, rolls the first. Yeah, I don't think he ever even played for the Texas Rangers. He went from the Washington Senators to the Detroit Tigers, I believe. But Jeff Burrows, 49, pops the second. Toby Harrah, 47, pops the third. Bottom of the second inning, we got Freddie Lynn. 2-9, rolls a short. Jim Rice, 1-9, triple 1-4, double. Cooper, 1-9, grounds a second. And a runner at third with 2 outs for Rick Miller, who strikes out. Into the third, Len Randall. 35, rolls a short. Ken McMullen, 47, pops to third. Jim Sundberg, 33, strikeout plus an injury. Oh boy. Well, it's not like you needed Sundberg's defense to keep Boston from stealing bases. They hardly do that sort of thing, particularly after trading Tommy Harper in the offseason. So Dave Rader will take over catching duties in the bottom of the inning. And I guess they'll stick Mike Hargrove at first base, make Frank Howard a DH. In that spot, bottom of the third, here is Rick Burleson. 56, strikes out. Rico Petrocelli 1-6. On a 4 single, nope, lines out. Yastrzemski 48 is a walk. He's walked twice. Dillard with 2 outs. 4-11, right X. Burrows, oh boy. 48 in right field in Fenway. It's a single. That won't score the run. They're on the corners for Carlton Fisk. 3-5, ball 4, and your bases are loaded for your 1975 American League Rookie of the Year / MVP. Let's take a look at the card before he swings. Fred Lynn, big moment here for the Red Sox. 75, yep. What a debut. 21 homers, 47 doubles, 331 average. The funny thing is, Fisk and Lynn had the same batting average. They both hit 331, but they gave the MVP, Freddie, the 1-5 template, and rightly so. Here's your pitch to Fred Lynn. 59, that is ball 4. The one bugaboo on this Bibby card is WALKs. Your bases loaded walk, 1-0 Boston. Now you got Jim Rice. 4-11, right X. Right field is Burrows again. 48 in right field, and not having a fun time out there is old Jeff. Yeah, it's not working out very well for Jeff Burrows in this inning. That's a 2-base there. Now it's 3-zip. Oh boy. Second and third, Cecil Cooper. 45 off Bibby, triple 1-6, and he collects it on a 5. It's coming up, Boston. We're rolling socks here in Fenway. That is a 2-run brutal triple here. We got a 5-0 game as they bat around to Rick Miller. First X. Here's the good news. Frank Howard started the game, but Hargrove's over there now as a 2-18 for your Texas Rangers, and he makes the play, saving further embarrassment. Well, Texas, it's time to look in the mirror and go, fight or flee? Flee or fight? What are we doing here, Rangers? What are we going to do this year? Are you really going to be the resistance in the West to the Oakland A's, or is that just not, is that a total fiction? There is no such thing as resistance to the Oakland A's in the West. Dave Nelson, 6'8", 115's a base hit. Nelson's a double-A, but you're down 5. So Radar will swing away. 66, double on a 4. And that's double. Bill Lee comes out to the 4th inning with not much after sitting in the dugout too long, I guess. Tom Grieve, 5'10", catcher's X. This is Fisk. Had that great foul out before. 2E10. And he gets another one. So the pass ball was momentarily on the board until he plugged in his full defense. Turns to a foul out. Nobody has scored. Frank Howard, 5'12", center C, too shallow. Fred Lynn with a great arm anyway. And with 2 outs, Jeff Burrows. And 1-4, misses the 3-run homer on 1-5. It's a fly ball to center field. Oh boy. Writing is on the wall. Bottom of the 4th, the Rooster, Rick Burleson, rolls a short. Petrocelli, 2-5, rolls 3rd. Yastrzemski, 210, center. Some Ranger fans would say, well, it'd be great if Bibby could give this team some innings. But frankly, if they get swept 3 straight, they're going to have a couple days off anyway. So it's really not going to matter. They just need to come back with their offense and win this game on the road. Toby Harrah leading off in the 5th. 43, right X. The right fielder is, of course, Rick Miller today. 1. They got Dwight Evans given a day off. Len Randall, 47, pops to 3rd. Ken McMullen, 3-6. And let's take a look at this guy. Ken McMullen's had a nice little year with this card. He had 2 home runs, and they gave him power both ways, with homers on 3-6 both ways. He started his career known for good defense at third base, not much power or stick, and now he's got OPS with homers and walks, and the glove is faded. Seems to work, at least for this moment. It's a solo shot. We got a 5-1 game. Mike Hargrove in the 9 spot now. 36 is a walk. Here come the Rangers. Back up to the top with Dave Nelson. 111 pops to second base. Bottom of the fifth. Let's pause a moment for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
Got the enlightenment today, folks. Organic yerba mate. Boy, this stuff. It'll sharpen your pencil, my goodness. Bottom of the fifth. It'll be Steve Dillard. 2-4, rolls third. Fisk, 2-10, base hit. He's playing some great offense and defense recently. Fred Lynn, 1-9. And you saw the card earlier, double 1-11. It's a 2-base hit. Here come the Red Sox. Second and third, you got to bring the infield up now. You are just trying to stop the bleeding if you're the Rangers. Jim Rice, 2-7, strikes out. And with 2 outs now, it's Cecil Cooper. And Cooper, let's take a look at Cecil's card of 1975. Don't forget Cecil Cooper, folks. How he helped the Red Sox get to the World Series with this stick. How he helped the Milwaukee Brewers. 1980, second in the batting race to George Brett in 82 World Series. So Cooper, nice little player. And 2-7 is a single to right field. Fredlin's got wheels. He's a 15. He'll try and score off Burrows. And he, of course, does. Tough day in the field for Jeff. It is now 7-1. Rick Miller. 1-8, single 1-9, base hit. Burleson, 3-10, walks. Now you're starting to see a Red Sox team that could very well meet the Cincinnati Reds in the World Series like they did in 75. You're kind of starting to see glimpses of that. Petrocelli, 65 second. I say that because we've seen the Red Sox shut out a couple times this year. So if they can just avoid those bugaboo dead games in the middle of their schedule and just keep this thing rolling, you know, let Yastrzemski just draw walks and just keep putting guys on base and just go to the next guy, go to the next guy. Stop hitting into double plays and just keep turning the lineup over. You'll get enough runs, and Tiant and the spaceman will win you enough games. Beyond Tiant and the spaceman, you got nothing really in the pitching staff, but, you know, that's still the Red Sox MO, right? Offense. 7-1, sixth inning now. Dave Rader, 2-8 center. Tom Grieve, 59 second. And Frank Howard, 47, pops to third. Bottom of the sixth, Yastrzemski, 3-6. Is that a third walk? No, it's a single now. Dillard, 3-11, flies to right. And I'm going to remind myself, I'm going to take Dillard out. And I don't want to have a defensive lapse to hurt the Sox. So Doug Griffin will take over. Burleson will go over to short. Carlton Fisk, 3-10, flies to left. And Freddie Lynn, 34, grounds to second base. Top of the seventh, Bill Lee. Nice day today for him. A solo homer is it. Jeff Burrows, 2-6, base hit. Lee's a starter 8. Well, he'll have a long leash. If anything about Tiant and Lee, their ERAs make it tainted a little bit because we give these guys a long leash because we don't want to go to the bullpen if we don't have to. Toby Harrah, 6-11. Left X. Now, Jim Rice is out there. Still, he's a 3-E1. We could have brought in, he makes the catch. We could have brought in Dwight Evans. Didn't need it. Didn't have to. Len Randall, 2-6, base hit center field. 2 on for Kevin McMullen, the offense today for the Rangers. 37's a walk, and the bases are loaded. And this is that point I'm talking about. Most teams would go out there and get the spaceman, get him in the clubhouse. But nope, not Boston. They're going to say, Bill, we need you to figure this thing out. We got a 6-run lead, plus we got more offense on the way, we believe. Bases loaded, 1 out. They're going to play it back for Mike Hargrove. 38's a strikeout. And with 2 outs, fans on their feet in Fenway. They want Bill Lee to get out of this mess against the leadoff hitter, Dave Nelson. Here's the pitch. 56 is a strikeout. Bill Lee. The slow curveball, and Nelson swings through it. And the threat ends here in Fenway. Stretch time. We are enjoying this young band out of Boston called Aero something. Aero Smith. This is like a demo back in 1970 something. These kids are like trying to figure this stuff out, you know. And here's a song called Dreamin'. A song called Dreamin' by Aerosmith. See if these guys turn into anything. They might. You never know. They might make it big one day, for all we know. But anyway, back here, here's just a demo of this young band from Boston. Bottom of the 7th. Bibby will continue. It's Jim Rice, 2-5, strikes out. Cecil Cooper, 58, strikes out. And Rick Miller, 46, double on a 5. He gets the double. And the Rooster Burleson, 65, rounds the second. All right, that's your rally music. Of course, the big lead that didn't really need much rally music there. 7-1 game into the 8th we go. It'll be Dave Rader leading off for the Rangers. 69 walks. Tom Grieve, 43. Right X. This is Rick Miller, a 1E6. And he makes the catch. Frank Howard, 210. Single 1 to 12. Cannot collect it. It's a 19. Tough break for Frank. And with 2 outs, Jeff Burrows. 57, second X. So we brought Doug Griffin in for this reason. He's a 2E16. And he makes the play. Got Dillard out of there just in time. All right, Bibby. He's given up 7 runs. I think he's got to come out just because I don't like to give a guy a complete game when he's giving up 7 runs. So, yeah, we'll have Steve Folkalt come in, pitch the 8th inning just to get another inning in. Steve is the closer, but nothing to close. Times are tough here in Texas now. 8-9, 2.25 ERA, and 144 innings for the brilliant Steve Folkalt. In the bottom of the 8th, Folkalt will face Rico Petrocelli. 69 pops to first. Back up top to Yastrzemski. 34 rolls back to the mound. And Doug Griffin in the 2 spot now rolls to short. All right, 9th inning, 7-1 game. Is this safe enough to take the spaceman out? No, you know what? He's an outside shot at the Cy Young. Complete games factor into that. Let him go. Let him continue. He's only giving up a run. Toby Harrah, 46, flies to right. Len Randall, 5'11". Pitcher X, Bill Lee's an E30. That's not good. That's an error. Randall goes down to second. Ken McMullen, 310. K's. And Hargrove, 32, rolls back to the mound. That's your ball game, folks. Not very difficult. An easy, relatively easy sweep for the Boston Red Sox. Can't believe I'm saying that. It's like pulling teeth with this franchise. They look really good now in the American League East. Baltimore stumbled a little bit. They lost their last series. But they... 6 hits and a run, 3 walks, 4 Ks, and a complete game. Folkalt pitched an inning. Jim Bibby takes the loss. 9 hits, 7 runs. How many are we calling earned here? Oh, boy. Only 1 was earned in that inning, so we'll give him 3. And then 5 and 5. 1009, 0108, 7916, 7916, 34555534. Take this right to the stats. Right into the stats. And the Rangers now, I think, oh my goodness, are they out of first place already? I mean, did Oakland hire the Red Sox to do their bidding for them? My goodness. You know, in some ways in the sport, the divisional battles are always so much more exciting in a full season versus a postseason when a team might just skate to an easy title and get there. And so I like the teams who have to fight and claw to win a division, you know. Boston's now 13-11. They're only hitting .252. That would explain a lot. Their ERA is .409. I'll take it. Most of that's defense. Most of that's the bullpen blowing up on them. The Spaceman is 4-1. 21 runs in 55 innings. He's on the Cy Young list in the top 10 somewhere. Good for him. Got some power in Boston, though. Cooper with 5 homers, joining Petrocelli and Bill Sadakis with 5 homers. Is Yastrzemski still? Yeah, he's 27 for 85, hitting .318 for your Boston Red Sox. They're in a pretty good spot. You know, Arrow's obviously going. I mean, you sweep somebody, and you get Arrow going up on your Boston Sox. Now, Rangers, how bad has it gotten? They struggled and barely beat the Padres 2 out of 3. They're now 10-11. They're hitting .262. They got a .367 ERA. So that back end pitching, Foucault, by the way, 7 saves in 21 games. Only 1 run given up this year, and that was in his lone loss, and that was an extra inning loss. You do have 5 home runs for McMullen, and Jim Bibby's now 4-2. He's pitched reasonably well. Leading hitter. Nothing really spectacular here. Len Reynolds 23 for 86. That's okay. Yeah, I mean, nothing screams that the Rangers are on fire. I don't know what to project for them. We'll look at the standings one more time here. There are your Rangers. Boy, look at this mess. The Rangers and Mariners are half a game ahead of Oakland in the West. Oakland still has a best of 7 against each of these teams coming up, and that will determine everything, of which we expect Oakland to win this division. Good news for the American League is that it looks like only one of these teams will win the division. No wild card will come of it, which is good. That means that the 2 wild cards could come from maybe here, maybe there, or of course, here. So that's where we want the wild cards to be. We certainly don't want a wild card team out west in the American League. That's it today. Break up the Boston Red Sox, an impressive 3-game sweep over the previously first place Texas Rangers. Thanks for checking this out. We'll see you next time.